It's Real Life Topics Podcast, guys. You guys already know what time it is Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's Real Life Topics Podcast and Biggs Radio in the building, guys. And you guys already know what time it is. Exclusive topic discussions and sometimes exclusive interviews as well. It's your girl, Stephanie's Godchild and Carmisha, the Sunflower Soul. Unfortunately, Carmisha, the Sunflower Soul, is absent today due to unforeseen circumstances, but your girl, Stephanie's Godchild, is here to still be in the building. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying, guys. But of course, the views expressed on this program are not those of Biggs Radio, its subsidiaries, affiliates, or sponsors. It's WCHI, taking you from the 8 track to the latest app. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, Gas and Biggs Radio. What's good? I'm tired today, guys. I might sound not so loud and exciting as I usually sound with my loud mouth self. Because, of course, guys, if you don't know, then now you need to know that this is God's Child, Stephanie's God's Child, the host of Real Life Topics Podcast. I'm just saying. And, of course, I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building tired, and I am in the building to make you guys Thursday night a little bit more better. Our topic, our topic of this week, of course, is about just reducing foolishness. I believe and I know for a fact that this world is full of foolishness. And are we being foolish or are we living in the foolishness? What do we got going on? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's so much news going on, good things and bad things. So, of course, Real Life Topics podcast do try to go more towards positivity when we go live. Of course, reality, because this is real life. Reality is not always so good. So I wanted to point out a few things to you guys before I did get into the topic of the day, because the topic of the day is predominantly, are we failing to prioritize true knowledge, and are we really engaging in moral folly? Do we have morals? Do we have integrity? Where are we at with our lifestyles nowadays? And even if our lifestyles are not where we want them to be, are we working on those? Are we working towards that? Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast and Biggs Radio. WV Boone. He said hello. Thank you for tuning in. And everyone out there, if you are not familiar with Real Life Topics Podcast or even Biggs Radio, your life just definitely couldn't be real if you are not tuning in to bigsradio.com. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I ain't trying to judge you, but I know for a fact that you're missing out if you ain't following, liking, sharing, tuning in 24/7, not just on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, 24/7. Of course, after Real Life Topics Podcast, it's the great Miss Kimberly Patterson show, and you don't want to miss that show. But of course, it's just so many things going on. To be honest with you guys, I really just don't even know where to start. I really just don't know where to start. But I am going to start with something that I think that is of importance for us, and which is kind of unfortunate for us. But again, like I said before, I go into my topic of just being foolish, because it's a lot of fools in here, out here, including myself. Sometimes you can make some foolish moves. And I feel like that we just need to work on being foolish. Living in this foolish world, I think that we need to just be a part of, not be a part of being foolish. I'm just saying. Yes, thank you for tuning in, Miss Patterson. Of course, Kimberly Patterson's show is coming up at 8 p.m. You guys, you guys don't want to miss the Kimberly Patterson show. I'm just saying. I mean, she played all your forgotten hits. And that's forgotten hits because of course music is lovely nowadays. to a certain extent. But I think you guys forgot about those real hits. So if you want to know about those real hits and you want to listen to those forgotten hits, 8 p.m. the Kimberly Patterson show got you. That's all I'm saying. You got to be sleep. You just got to be sleep. But again, I have so many things to talk to you guys about. How much time I got left? Because I'm on a time schedule, and I kind of want to talk you guys to death tonight on Thursday night. But I'm gonna talk to you guys about some things that's just just so important that we might not be paying attention to. We might not be paying attention to these certain things that's going on. So, of course, the Supreme Court limits voting rights, guys. I don't know if you guys are paying attention. I don't know if you guys are paying attention. But it's an issue. Our voting rights are being taken away from us, guys. And it's not being taken away from no one other than the colored. And I'm using an old school saying because they say colored folks, colored people, whatever, however you want to do it. But guess what? The 14th and 15th Amendment is being finagled with, guys. It's being finagled. It's being reiterated. Jim Crow. Everything that our ancestors paved the way for us to just be free. They put a lot of work in for us, guys, for us to be operating like we're operating nowadays without segregation and a whole bunch of other things. But of course, the Supreme Court, the equal opportunity, Section 2, has been taken away from us, guys. And sometimes we just don't realize how important it is because of course people be like, oh, that's just politics stuff, whatever, things like that, until it starts affecting home. And it starts to affect home now. I know I'm not sure if you guys are realizing that, and maybe you're not realizing that because it really hasn't hit home. You just hear those certain things and like, oh, okay, whatever. But guess what? Your right to vote is is getting snatched away from us, which is, in my opinion, the beginning of fugaziness. You might not know what fugazi means, but it means phony. Thank you for tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast and Biggs Radio. Oh 07 Cooper, Mr. Chico Jackson. Thank you for tuning in. Just want to let you guys know that Gary, Indiana is in the building. St. Louis is in the building. What's going on? Young Teasy, the CEO of Quality Music Management. What's good? Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time on BiggsRadio.com. It can't get no better than this. I'm just saying. Oh 07 Cooper said, trust me, I seen it coming in 2017 with the destruction and the demolishing of affirmative action. Shaking my head. Yes, guys, if you ain't shaking your head or paying attention to what's really going on, again, it used to be like a violin played to me too back in the day, when it came to politics. Even when I turned 18 and I was legal enough to vote, and I kind of just went to go vote just because it was like pressure, to be honest with you. Like, oh, everybody is like, hey, this is important, this is important. And back in the day when I was younger, I didn't really listen, you know I really wasn't listening, but I was like, oh, they really making a big deal over this voting thing. So I think I should go vote since I do have a right to do this. So I had some discernment on voting, guys. I ain't got discernment on everything because discernment is key for us all. I ain't got discernment on everything, but when people were telling me when I turned 18, hey, voting is important, I just went and voted. And now that it might be taken away from me, it's like another story. It's mind boggling for me. It's just mind boggling for me. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion on that. So yeah, we are definitely need to start paying attention to the things that is important. And the Voting Rights Act, I believe, is just the beginning of things, just laws being changed and things being changed. So, um, of course, it was for Louisiana voters, but Senator Reverend Ralph Raphael Warnick, said the Voting Rights Act of 1965 is the crown jewel of the civil rights movement. Without it, literally, it would be standing here today in front of you as a voice in the United States Senate for the people of Georgia. This Trump Supreme Court just threw out protections that were earned by the civil rights movement. Those who bleed, who fought, and who died so that people might have a voice. So, I think it's just the beginning of the freedom of speech kind of being thrown out the window and kind of rewinding and moonwalking like Michael Jackson back to before all these things got passed for us. So it's just food for thought. I am not going to dwell so much on that, but it's just food for thought for us to pay attention. Of course, Real Life Topics podcast do reside in Illinois. So Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says the decision clears the way for states to eliminate voting districts that have a majority of Black and Latinos. So, uh, to you guys that, kind of supporting the whole Latino thing and don't appreciate that the Latinos are coming over here, whatever, ICE, whatever's going on with that whole thing, just know that you are not exempt. All other colors are not exempt. I'm just FYI, you guys. It's just something to pay attention to. And I just think it's the beginning of some things that they most likely are getting ready to just come up with a lot of things that just take away from our freedom, in my opinion. So that's just food for thought. Pay attention, guys. I think we should just start paying attention more to what's going on when it comes to politics. Again, when it comes to religion and politics, we want to like not touch that subject. But this is Real Life Topics podcast. And we have to discuss things of reality. And this is reality for us. It can affect us. We got voting coming up very soon, and they're trying to just stop all those things to a certain extent. So again, just pay attention, guys. Just pay attention to your rights. Pay attention to the laws because law is very important, and I just want you guys to pay attention. So moving on to the next. If you guys did not know, it's International Jazz Day. You might be asleep on Jazz Day. But today is International Jazz Day. And I wanted to shout out because of course Real Life Topics podcast want to shout out, just historically people that's from history, period. When it comes to any genre, I always want to begin to start shouting out historic people from history that like paved the way, that like made the beginning of everything for us, just open the door for everything for us. Another thing that I wanted to do as well, um you guys are getting to know Stephanie's God's Child today. I decided to not have an interview for the next couple of weeks, the next couple of Thursdays, because I wanted to get more. I wanted to get more into my audience, to Big's radio audience, Real Life Topics podcast audience. And I kind of wanted you guys to get to know God's Child a little bit more without the interviews. But of course, if you want to interview, hit up Real Life Topics podcast. We're booking and we're booking and we're booking. But Carmisha the Sunflower Soul will be back next week. And I think you guys to just really get to dive in and get to know Stephanie's God's Child and Carmisha the Sunflower Soul. So one thing that I did want to do, and I wanted to make you guys aware of what we do, and I want to thank God. I want to thank God for waking me up this morning. I want to thank God for waking all of us up this morning. I want to thank God for protecting our children while we're at school. And I just want to thank God for everything that He has been doing for us on the daily basis. I'm not, of course, I'm not religious. I am spiritual. And of course, the universe has been paving a way for us to just be protected and to wake up every day, especially our children, especially adults. It's just a spiritual warfare for us all. We're tugging war. We're dealing with a lot of things nowadays. And I just want to thank God for just still waking us up, keep strengthening us, helping us just wake up and just have the strength to just stay focused, even when we have some dents in the game, because there's plenty of dents in the game. I'm going to give you guys a testimony, not so much, but I'm going to give you a testimony because I don't like telling people my business like that. But you guys are a part of being my best friends now, so I got to let you guys know. Godchild had a health scare a couple of weeks ago where I could not have still been breathing today. Some people, that are a diabetic, I ended up finding out that I am a diabetic. I am a pre-diabetic. Now, I'm not going to claim that. I am a pre-diabetic. But I had a health scare and I had to get rushed to the hospital. And when I got to the hospital, they told me that my sugar level was extremely low. The regular uh, score, or whatever you want to call it, should be 95, and mine was 21. So they said they had to keep me in the hospital. And you guys would have never knew that Godchild was in the hospital 2 weeks ago. Passed out, guys. I passed out. I began to get dizzy and I passed out. I woke up to first responders. And so I feel like this testimonial story can help others. So I decided to reveal this to you guys because, one, I wasn't eating healthy. I wasn't working out and I wasn't doing the things that I was consuming in my body was not healthy. I'm a sugar queen. So I eat 2, 3 Snicker ice cream bars a day, donuts. I keep them in my refrigerator, ice cream. I chop up bananas in my ice cream and put a little nuts on top. So I am a sugar fiend. And I passed out, guys. I started getting dizzy and I passed out. So, the moral of my story is how great is God? How great is God? Because I didn't have to live to see 2 weeks later. It's been 10 days later, and I didn't have to live to see today. But through the grace of God, I am still here. And it was just a wake up call for me to realize that I have to eat healthy. I have to have healthy people in my surroundings. All of this stress, all of this can be affected. It can affect you with your health. Some people have surgery and all type of things on and things like that. But at the same time, it's your surroundings, it's the people that are around you. It's the things that my main issue was the things that I was consuming in my body. I've been eating junk so much, I didn't almost turn myself into a diabetic. So, food for thought for everyone that's out here waking up every day. And I know we eating our bacon and chicken and fried chicken and things like that. But guess what? Godchild almost lost her life because of the things that she is consuming in her body. So, green leafy foods, I encourage you guys because, of course, I'm going to have new content. I've been exercising. I'm on a 4-day exercise program. I've been buying my beets. I've been buying my green leafy foods. Um, I've been cooking more healthy every day because, of course, I cook, but it's not healthy. So, cabbage is on deck now. Green leafy foods is on deck now. Fruits. I'm encouraging everyone because you could be here today and gone tomorrow just off the strength of the things that we're consuming in our body. So I just wanted to give everyone food for thought, and I felt like my testimonial story could help others to prevent them from things that happened to me, because it was just all of a sudden. It was all of a sudden. It was just all of a sudden, and I got in the shower, and then I got out the shower. I was like, oh man, I don't feel good, and I did start feeling a little dizzy. And guess what? I woke up the first responders. And luckily, someone was home with me. And so, again, I wanted to give you guys this testimonial story because this is serious. And it was all about when I got there, I was dehydrated, which meant I was not drinking enough water. My sugar level was low. I also I was dehydrated, my sugar level was low, and my um was it metabolism or something? Don't quote me, guys. But I was out there bad. And it all concluded to the things that I was consuming in my body. And it wasn't healthy because I'm ice creaming it and donutting it up all day, and hot dogs and cookies and chips and lunch meat, and because it's no good for you too, and bacon either. So now I have to change my diet because I'm thinking just because I'm skinny, I'm healthy. That ain't got nothing to do with it. What you consuming in your body is what's most important. So yes. Oh 07 Cooper said yes. And Miss Kimberly Patterson, Big's radio station manager, said, love it. We have to take care of our temple. We definitely do. We have to take care of our mind, body, and soul. I wanted to ask you that seriously about 2 weeks ago when you talked STG. I didn't want to intrude, but I wanted to ask you about your dieting. Yes, the dieting out the window, guys. I'm just telling you, when it comes to eating, when they told me, hey, I had to stay in the hospital. I was in the hospital 2, 3 days. Didn't nobody even know. They said we gotta rejuvenate you. You out there bad. And so that's when I realized, I was like, okay. They like, yeah, did you eat today? I'm like, yeah, I ate cheeseburger and fries and pizza and stuff. They said, no, we want to know what you ate that was nourishing, for the body. And I'm like, well, I cooked 3 or 4 days ago, and had some green beans on the side. And you need to be eating this stuff on a daily basis. On a daily basis. Women, men, take care of your body. Even men. That's why you guys got that 5, 6, 7, 8 month pregnant stomach. Get yourself together. And I ain't trying to talk about you because I'm talking about myself now, because I need to get myself together. I thought because I was skinny, I was good, but I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Get it together, guys. Get it together. And I'm going to show you how to get it together. I'm going to lead by example. Change the word diet to a lifestyle. Each day you're working towards being healthy, eating healthier, exercising, and drinking water. That's right, Miss Kim Patterson. Is instead of the diet, it's definitely about the lifestyle. You just have to change your lifestyle, period. Period, point blank. I'm just saying. And that comes with alcohol as well. That was another thing as well. Drinking alcohol, eating these unhealthy foods, doing things, your surroundings, lifestyle. You're right, Kimberly. Your lifestyle has to change. Your lifestyle has to change. Shout out to Michael Sugar D. Richardson. And I'm going to get back to Michael Sugar D. Richardson. Matter of fact, I'm going to get on Michael Sugar D. Richardson because, of course, you inspire me for the segment, one of the segments that I am having tonight. Make sure you guys check out Sugar D. Michael Sugar D. Richardson on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time. The Jazz Experience. So I want to get back to the jazz because today is Jazz International Day. So what other way to talk about International Day? And Michael Sugar D. Richardson from Biggs Radio is in the building. So let me get back to what I was originally saying, because of course I hate to be the bearer of bad news when it comes to our voting rights, but we do need to be aware that the Voting Rights Act has been fundled. I'ma just use this figure of speech. It has been fundled. So we got to pay attention to that. I just want you guys to pay attention, just so we can be proper prepared to prevent poor performance. I just want to be prepared to prevent poor performance. So let's just wake up to that. Let's just pay attention to that so we can be prepared. That's all. That's it. That's all. I just want you guys to be prepared. But again, it is International Jazz Day. And I wish I could have announced this earlier, because today and tonight is the night. It just started at 7 p.m. The All-Star Global Concert. Herbie Hancock. What you guys know about Herbie Hancock? I know Michael Sugar D. Richardson knows about Herbie Hancock. But what do you guys know about Herbie Hancock? I'm gonna need you guys to let me know or to say something in the comments. Do you know about one of the #1 jazz players, Herbie Hancock? He's having an event tonight in Chicago because it is Jazz International Day. Herbie Hancock was the first time host in 1965. He played 2 nights in Chicago venue Plug Nichols with Miles Davis, guys. Herbie Hancock got a resume with Miles Davis. So you know that he is one of the #1 jazz. Just a legend. Just a legend. Just a legend. Just a legend. Yes. He's just a legend. He's a legend. So I had to mention him only because it is International Jazz Day. It's Jazz Appreciation Month as well. If you guys didn't know, it's Jazz Appreciation Month. The All Star Global Concert is in Chicago tonight. The legendary jazz pianist, composer Herbie Hancock is 20 North Wacker Drive, of course, and it's at the Lyric Opera of Chicago. Now, of course, it's late news, but somebody is out there in Chicago riding around looking for them something to do, and you know you love that jazz, so you need to pull up on Herbie Hancock. That's all I'm saying. It is International Jazz Day. Of course, at 11 years old, Herbie Hancock been doing his thing since 11. He got 14 Grammys, guys. 14 Grammys. So I wanted to just give you a little bit of history about Herbie Hancock. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Herbie Hancock is what it is. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Michael Sugar D. Richardson, not just jazz, rock, funk, and R&B. Now that part I didn't even know. Look at that. You learn something new every day because I've been learning about Herbie Hancock, but I just thought he was a composer and a pianist of jazz. I had no idea that he did rock, funk, and R&B. Shout out to Herbie Hancock. He's like a jack of all trades. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast. Grammy nominated singer songwriter James Artesian in the building. Peace to you too. I'm just saying, thank you for tuning in to Biggs Radio and Real Life Topics Podcast. Yes, Rocket, remember. I don't specifically remember Rocket, but Herbie Hancock wasn't just responsible for jazz. He did rock, funk, and R&B. So, guys, I just want to make you guys aware of International Jazz Day. The legendary composer Herbie Hancock is in Chicago today. Um, Also, Herbie Hancock revived the old Miles Davis band too. If you guys didn't know, Freddie Herbert stood in for Miles Davis under the name VSOP. Only thing I know about VSOP is the liquor, but that's why I'm out there bad and I gotta change my lifestyle. That's all I'm saying. Change your lifestyle because VSOP is the name of a band, a group. But you just had to think about the liquor. I'm out there bad. I'm out there bad, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm out there bad. But anyway, back to the business. International Jazz Day. Another thing that I wanted to point out to you guys, and how much time do I get? Because I do want to play a couple of commercials. I don't want you guys to forget about those commercials. Of course, all type of stuff. I'm just saying. I wanted to reiterate to you guys to make sure you check out the Kimberly Patterson show coming up next in less than 35 minutes. Tennessee is in the building. Of course, Kimberly Patterson. She plays all your forgotten hits. It can't be no better than that. I'm pressing play on Biggs Radio as soon as I get off my segment. That's all I'm saying because I got a little cleaning up to do and I'm going to need them forgotten hits. That's all I'm saying. Now, I wanted to dedicate also because you guys are getting to know God's child. Of course, I'm all over the place of going to get myself together health wise, because I do need to get myself together health wise. So I've been working on that. I've been exercising every morning. I actually been recording. I'm gonna post it for you guys tomorrow. I just haven't posted because I have a 4-day exercise. Shout out to Misfit Brit. She's working with God's child, and I'm on her plan. She's working with me, and Dr. Brittany Ramsey, the fitness expert. If you guys are not familiar with that, go on YouTube to check out the interview. She definitely is wonderful. Gonna get Stephanie back right, eating healthy, just cut up. I'm just saying, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing in the next month or two. It's all about healthiness. It's all about eating healthy. And of course, like Kimberly Patterson said, the station manager of Biggs Radio, your lifestyle. It's all about changing up your lifestyle. So we gotta work on that, guys. We gotta work on changing our lifestyle. So I also wanted to dedicate this evening to Biggs Radio team. Biggs Radio, solid foundation is what we're working towards and what we are, because we're going to speak that into existence. We are a solid foundation. Biggs Radio has so many things coming up soon for you guys. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy with the Biggs Radio family. And I just wanted to kind of introduce you guys to Biggs Radio family. Of course, one of the number one a person that I pointed out today was Michael Sugar D. Richardson. And it's like dedicated to you tonight, only because it's jazz. It's jazz. It's International Jazz Day. It can't get no better than this. So of course, make sure you guys check out Michael Sugar D. Richardson every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time on Biggs Radio. That's www.biggsradio.com, of course. But Mondays, Mondays is a special day on Biggs Radio as well. Every day, because of course, it's 24/7 on Biggs Radio, guys. 24/7. You might not be able to see Real Life Topics podcast on Thursdays. You might be at work. You might be busy. But just click on the www.biggsradio.com, baby, and you can get whatever you need 24/7. On the music side, so many segments. Now, Mondays, we got the Dinah Lynn show, and it can't get no better than the CEO with the Dinah Lynn show on Mondays. Life Coach Jeff is on Mondays as well. Now, you know you need to get your life together. You know you need to get your life together. So on Mondays at 5 p.m., you should be on BiggsRadio.com getting your life together with Life Coach Jeff. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Then every day of the week, Nino, the lunchtime mix, weekdays from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Usually you on break at lunch at that time. So you know you need to be listening to the lunchtime mix. Also on Mondays, because of course every day of the week is Nino for lunchtime. So if you need a lunchtime mix, BiggsRadio.com, get it. On Mondays as well, St. Julie and Chris. St. Julie and Chris is on Mondays as well. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Mixtape Mondays. And he be jamming on now. He be jamming on now on Mixtape Mondays. Then, of course, you have on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Saturdays at 10 a.m. Legal issues of the day. Now, let me tell you, I actually need to hit up Attorney Nathaniel Lee. Attorney Nathaniel Lee. I actually need to hit him up. I got a few questions, so I will be calling him this Saturday. But of course, legal issues of the day on Saturdays at 10 a.m. with Attorney Nathaniel Lee. You know you need those. You know you need that guidance when it comes to things that are legal. Of course, I'm just saying, especially since we got a lot of things going on the outside skirts of us, we're going to need to know our laws, and we're going to need to know what's going on. So on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., I'm going to need you to tune in to legal issues of the day and call in. Call in. If you need any type of advice when it comes to legal issues. Also, new to the family, the Bombshell podcast. The Bombshell Podcast 1111. I'm sorry. Growth focused conversations for real human healing. Weekdays, Monday through Friday, 1 to 2. That's right off the Nino. The mix, the lunch mix, because you know you be getting that lunchtime, you need that lunch mix. And so, of course, you need to get focused, grow, because, of course, I'm going to be tuning in because to focus in on human healing, it's just a part of what we got going on nowadays. So we just need to just tune in to Bombshell Podcast 1111. Legal issues of the day on Saturdays at 10 a.m. And then, of course, Sundays, we have Biggs Radio has God's Warrior Ministries, raising up warriors for the kingdom. That's GWP Sundays, Gospel Nation on Sundays. You guys need to check that out as well. I mean, it's no other way just to have gospel music and real and great gospel music. I was listening to GWP this past Sunday and it was crazy on the inspirational music. It was really good and you guys need to check that out on Sundays. Also Sunday morning gospel on Biggs Radio from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. If it just gospel period. If you need your spirit fed on Sundays, BiggsRadio.com is where you should be. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast. Mr. Jeff, Life Coach Jeff, is tuning in. And like I just told you guys, on Mondays at 5 p.m., you want to get your life together. You want to refocus. Mondays at 5 p.m. on Biggs Radio is where you need to be with Life Coach Jeff. Also on Sundays at 11 a.m., The Vault, Germany, because of course Biggs Radio is international, baby. So we ain't just local with the states, we're international. We in Germany with it. The Vote, the Three Wise Men, 11 a.m. on Biggs Radio. Make sure you guys call or text 773-462-4447. Just call or text. That's all I'm saying. Call or text. Hit up Real Life Topics Podcast. Do something with yourself. That's all I'm saying. Just do something. And if you ain't doing nothing, Biggs Radio is 24/7. Anytime you click on the Biggs Radio, we are there. We're there. We in there. So make sure you guys call in because of course you can start calling in to Real Life Topics Podcast as well. That's 773-462-4447. I'm just saying. Just tune in. Wednesday nights. 8 p.m. Mrs. Massey. Man, last night I listened to Mrs. Massey, and it's one of the biggest, greatest shows when it comes to just keeping you up on all the tea, culture, and entertainment. She keeps you up on the tea, the culture, and the entertainment. One of the best shows from Biggs Radio. All the shows of Biggs Radio is great. But Mrs. Massey, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. It's like I said, when it comes to Biggs Radio, it's all genres. It's from everywhere. If you like R&B, you need your forgotten hits. Go ahead and tune in to Kimberly Patterson. If you need that lunchtime mix, Mr. Nino, Julie and Chris on Mondays, the mixtape mix. Dinah Lynn, the CEO of Biggs Radio. Jeff, Life Coach Jeff. I'm talking about it's like 24/7 stuff. The legendary Walter T. Southern Soul. Southern Soul is even in the building too. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's all genres of music that's going down and all genres, all dynamics of life. Because, of course, Real Life Topics Podcast logo is the dynamics of life. And Biggs Radio is definitely holding down the dynamic of life. So make sure you guys tune in every day of the week. Every day of the week. You might be busy on some days. I want you to tune in to Real Life Topics Podcast on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. But it's 24/7, and you ain't going to always make Thursday nights. You going to make Thursday at 8 p.m. for the Kimberly Patterson show, though. I'm just saying, playing all your forgotten hits. I'm just saying. Legendary Walter T. Southern Soul on Saturdays at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Now, Saturday nights, everybody don't go outside. And we shouldn't be going outside anyway nowadays because they doing too much. But again, Walter T., that Southern Soul, when you're chilling on Saturday nights, because it's usually your off day, so you kind of just chilling and you want to chill and Netflix and chill. But if you into Southern Soul, Little Rock, Arkansas is in the building. I'm just saying, Biggs Radio got a whole roster. I hope I'm not missing nobody, but Biggs Radio has a whole roster, 24/7. The voices of the new generation. That's all I'm saying. So I just want you guys to not be sleep on Biggs Radio, the Biggs Radio team. This is a solid foundation. This is not nothing that you guys ever seen before when it comes to Biggs Radio. I'm just saying this is something. And make sure you guys hit up Biggs Radio. Independent artists, whatever you got going on. 773-462-4447. Now, it is time for me to take an intermission, play a couple of these commercials because you guys do need to be up on what's going on with Biggs Radio. And of course, you guys do, if you are an artist and you do live in Ohio, and even if you don't live in Ohio, you just willing to travel, $100 to perform and 5 free guests at the Biggs Radio Seminar in Ohio. I'm just saying, guys. Let's get it.
Music seminars. You don't want to miss it. Hey, we are Biggs Radio Chicago, and we're coming to Akron, Ohio. It's there.
Well, there you have it, guys. Biggs Radio Music Seminar. It's in Ohio, Akron, Ohio this year, June 27th at 3 p.m. Again, $100 to perform. It can't get no better than that. And if the top 5 winners win something, so it definitely can't get no better than that. June 27th, 3 p.m. 773-462-4447. Send your music in. Let's get it. You need to perform what you got going on. That's all I'm saying. There's so many great artists out here. I feel like you need to be at the Biggs Radio Ohio Music Seminar. Dinah Lynn Biggs and Jeff Robertson, better known as Type, because I see that Type in the middle. Ohio Productions. You guys don't want to miss it. I'm just saying. You just don't want to miss it, June 27th. I'm just saying. So, of course, again, Biggs Radio, Stephanie's Godchild is in the building every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, guys. It's so exciting to me because I feel like radio is a big thing for us all because we could be riding in the car. We just like need some things to listen to. So I think radio is really important for us all. So make sure www.bigsradio.com. Of course, I'm live on Facebook and YouTube right now as well. So you guys might not be woke to Biggs Radio, but you need to get woke. That's all I'm saying. You need to get woke.
baby. It will keep you coming back for more. Still, Indianapolis. That's right. Don't wait. Let's go. Go. Big Lou. WCHI, Big Radio, Chicago. Takeover. Get your tickets now.
Well, there you have it, guys. Mr. Lee and friends with Big Lou and so many more wonderful performances at Gloria Taylor Banquet Hall, 14821 South Broadway in Harvey, Illinois. Hit up Mr. Lee, 708-369-0998. It's this Friday, which is tomorrow. Less than 24 hours. Where is it? Less than, well, just about 24 hours left for Mr. Lee and friends. And you don't want to miss it. Mr. Lee is a beautiful person, and you don't want to miss those performances. Andrea, Paradise, a tribute to Denise LaSalle, New Orleans Bow, and Big Easy, Big Lou. Jay Wan, Bridget Shields, and of course, Big's Radio is gonna be in the building. It can't be no better than that. Real life topics to be in the building. God's Child and Carmisha D Sunflower Soul. Yeah, it can't get no better than that. So again, guys, I'm boiling down to my last few minutes, and I did not get to the topic of the day, and that is: are we living in a world of fools, or we just living as a fool in the world? That's all I'm saying. Thank you for tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast. CEO of Block Hustle Entertainment, Mr. B Central. Let's go. But yes, are we living in a world of fools, or we just living in the world? Now, of course, I always want to be a teacher when I go live. I'm always trying to teach and teach myself. Of course, leading by example, teach myself. World of Few Fools is a perspective. Society often exhibits behavior lacking judgment, over confidence, and ignoring instruction. Being foolish, conversely, is the idea of being foolish, often defined by a personal lack of wisdom. We lacking wisdom, guys. Some of us are lacking wisdom. I ain't gonna put that off on everybody, but where's our integrity? Where's our wisdom? One of my favorite songs, the Bee Gees. See, when it comes to Real Life Topics podcast, we always want to rewind you back and let you know what was going on. But of course, the Bee Gees, one of my favorite songs, "Living in a World of Fools," and I don't even think that's the name of the song, but I do know that that is the words that's in the song, "Living in a World of Fools," because we living in a world of fools, breaking us down when we all should just let it be or something like that. Well, guess what? I listen to the song every day when it comes to the BGs. But we are living in a world of fools, and then something we're fools that's living in the world as well. So what could we do to just like make things better for us? Corinthians 3:18. If any one of you think that you are wise by the standards of this age, the age that you are, you should become fools so that you can become wise. So it's kind of like experience is the best teacher. It's like we be a fool for something, and with some of us still be being fools for things, but we be a fool for something, and it's like the experience is the best teacher. So I'm kind of agreeing with Corinthians 3:18 when it says that you basically have to be not have to be a fool, but you start off being a fool, but you become wise at the end. Because of experience is the best teacher. When you're a fool for some, and then you just, you know, reiterate Young Teasy said facts. So, um, lack of judgment. I think it's like discernment or something. I don't think nothing. Discernment, lack of judgment. I think we need to have humility and just have more a better judgment and humility on how we live. The topic was my topic was about reducing personal foolishness, of course, cultivating wisdom, humility, and are we failing to prioritize true knowledge? And are we purposely engaging in moral folly, or is that just like human nature for us to engage in human and folly and moral folly? So again, we're coming this segment, of course, Real Life Topics podcast, Real Life Late Night After Dark is after 9 p.m. on Thursdays. So I will continue this topic, but I also just wanted us to be aware that sometimes our lack of judgment um can affect us greatly. So moral folly is defined is a profound lack of wisdom, sound judgment, understanding, frequently leading into unethical, destructive, sinful behavior rather than simply stupidity. It acts as moral deficiency, often characterizing a deliberate, stubborn refusal of wisdom or righteousness that conducts, it leads to personal ruin and disregards for moral law. I think our morals are pretty low. Now, some of us have morals, and we kind of know about the moral folly, but sometimes we don't have knowledge. Knowledge is most commonly and traditionally defined as a person that believes in facts, has evidence, justification for beliefs, things that are actually true. When you have knowledge, you kind of deal off things that's literally just true. So I kind of just wanted you guys to open up your eyes to foolishness and to realize sometimes we can fall into foolishness just because we're living in a world of foolishness, and it's pretty easy to fall into foolishness. So it's just a food for thought. It's just a food for thought for us to work on not falling into the ways of the world of the foolishness. That's all. So that was just my topic of today. Being foolish. Are we falling into foolish? The way of the world? We're like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we being foolish? Are we following foolishness? Is it hard for us to pull out of foolishness? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? So again, it's just a food for thought. Also, I wanted to mention to you guys that they're going up on minimum wage to $25. Woohoo! I'm just saying. So minimum wage is $25. Um, I also want to leave you guys with this. Don't let people define you. Focus on you and know your worth. So that is my food for thought for today. While I am ending this segment, make sure you guys tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time on bigsradio.com. Real Life Topics Podcast has so many things in store for you guys, so many exclusive topics coming up. Carmisha the Sunflower Soul will be back soon. And man, it is it's very important for us to just start dwelling on things of importance. Start to not be foolish or even fall into foolishness. Sometimes we can fall into some things that are foolish. I actually caught myself this past week falling into foolishness. And we have to be able to pull out of that or just separate yourself from that when it's foolishness involved. So that's just a food for thought. Don't let people define you. Focus on you. Know your worth. And of course, like Big's radio station manager said, our lifestyle. What are we doing with our lifestyle? What are we doing with our lifestyle? Let's switch up our lifestyle. Let's switch up the way that we're living, our thought process. And I'm working on that as well. And I'm going to go live and show you guys that process of switching up the lifestyle, switching up the things that I am consuming in my body so that I can be healthy. Because just because you're young and skinny does not necessarily mean that you are healthy because you look good on the outside. What's going on your inside? So that's just a food for thought for Big's radio audience and Real Life Topics podcast audience. Make sure you guys tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Don't be a fool and don't be a part of living in the foolishness in this world. I'm just saying. It's WCHI taking you from the 8 track to the latest track. We're WCHI Biggs Radio. Real voices, real culture, and real radio. Make sure you guys tune in 24/7 on bigsradio.com. It's things out here for us all. And of course, in the next couple minutes, make sure you keep tuning in. Playing all your forgotten hits. Miss Kimberly Patterson. It's Real Life Topics Podcast. Your girl, Stephanie's Godchild host. Carmisha the Sunflower Soul. Next Thursday night at 7 p.m. Tune in. It's bigsradio.com. See you next Thursday.
Hey, you don't want to miss it.
There you have it. The rooftop party in Indianapolis, Indiana. 773-462-4447. Make sure you guys tune in to Biggs Radio 24/7. It's WCHI. Biggs Radio. Now, Real Life Topics Podcast. Make sure you guys tune in after 9 p.m. today. I will be going live doing a little karaoke or something. I need to comb my hair. I didn't really comb my hair like that today, but it's all good. But I thank you guys for tuning in. Everybody that's tuning in, that's supporting Real Life Topics Podcast. That's just, man, it's just been crazy with the support, guys. It's been crazy with the support. So I again, and I I don't want to get specific or what's going on with Real Life Topics Podcast. Ain't nothing going on with Real Life Topics Podcast with positivity, but I just want to shout out to everybody that's just been reaching out to us, that's just been coming at us and wanting to collab with us. It's a blessing, it's an honor, in my opinion. And Real Life Topics Podcast is the up and coming media mavens. And again, we can't dwell on the naysayers or the people that might not believe in what we have going on, but we have so many big things going on, and we're trying to make a change. We're trying to make a difference even within ourselves, and we want you guys to see that change. We want you guys to follow, like, and share us in this journey of growth and development. So that's all I'm saying. I thank you guys for tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast, bigsradio.com. If you guys can go on bigsradio.com and just put in a review, I would truly appreciate it, guys. Put in a review. If you're listening to bigsradio.com, put in a review. You are listening because you're looking at Real Life Topics Podcast right now. So you are listening. So go on bigsradio.com and put a review in, guys. Just put that review in. That's all I'm saying. It's your girl, God's Child. See you guys in 1 hour for karaoke night, because Real Life Late Night After Dark is lay your head down and you guys gonna know what time it is. Thank you for tuning in, where we discuss the dynamics of life. See you guys next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. And if you want to join the meetings of the minds, if you have a topic discussion that you want us to discuss, hit up Real Life Topics Podcast. It's your girl, God Shall. See you in the hour. Real Life, Late Night After Dark. I'm just saying. Hit up Real Life, Late Night After Dark, and every Thursday night at 7 p.m. It's Real Life Topics Podcast. Oh, I look a little cross-eyed doing that. Well, let me put the glasses back on. It's Real Life Topics Podcast. Oh, well, you know what? I don't even know what I'm doing. I can't even end the segment.